Night entry. The sorter steps into a fluorescent lit hub, the quiet before the conveyor rhythm begins. Crossing the silent lot, the worker approaches the hub, ready to bring the first batch of more than 50 parcels into the night shift. The locked gate is the night's boundary, secure, labeled, and waiting to release the incoming load. Badging in starts the official scan log, a small discipline ritual that marks the beginning of the shift. The batch manifest lays out the night's load, IDs, destinations, and the order they'll move through the system. A midnight glance, a glove snap, small preparations that keep the process precise across long hours. The gate opens and the incoming pallets arrive. The night's work steps forward, parcel by parcel. Each package arrives prepped for tracking. A barcode, a destination, and the start of a recorded journey. The scanner wakes with a familiar beep, the essential tool for turning each label into a logged entry. Setting the first parcel on the cart, the sorter aligns it carefully. The first move in tonight's mechanical choreography. A clean beep and a green flash confirm the first entry. The system acknowledges another parcel into its log. A manual note accompanies the digital record, a paper backup that traces the night's movement should it be needed. The belt engages with a calibrated hum, ready to carry parcels into the steady cadence of sorting. Parcels are fed with care, each placement measured to keep the system rolling without interruption. When labels wear or tear, the printer steps in. A fresh strip, ready to restore clarity to a parcel's identity. Replacing a worn label, the sorter smooths it flat so scanners can read it cleanly on the first pass. Digital manifest meets paper list. A quick cross-check to confirm parcels are accounted for before they move on. Hour by hour, the night tightens its pace. Time recorded in ticks and the steady accumulation of scanned parcels. The cart's short journey brings parcels to the scanner, the next checkpoint in the night's workflow. The scanning sequence begins in earnest. Practiced motions, deliberate alignment, and one confirmation after another. Boxes move from belt to rack as the sorter verifies each label sits correctly for the next stage of handling. Labels are seated precisely. Small adjustments that keep retrieval fast and error-free downstream. Midshift Sort. The steady cadence becomes a rhythm, intake turning into organized movement across the hub. Another run of parcels. The rhythm quickens, each beep tightening the timing as throughput rises. The belt keeps a constant flow, demanding attention and preventing any small lapse from becoming a jam. The consolidation list guides placement. Check marks confirm parcels are in their intended slots. A silent handoff keeps the line fed. A momentary exchange that preserves the night's momentum. Rapid beeps mark progress. Data being captured, the system tally growing with every successful read. A crooked label gets corrected immediately on a small repair that prevents bigger misreads later. It's well into the night now. The routine steadies as teams push through the second window of the shift. Handwritten notes capture on-the-spot details, counts and rack locations that will matter at reconciliation. The coordinator watches the load report, calling out adjustments and nudging the team to rebalance lanes for smoother flow. Parcels find their assigned places, a deliberate process that keeps order across the racks. An empty cart cycles back into position, ready to be refilled for the next run through the system. The hub functions like a well-timed machine, many hands and machines working together to keep parcels moving. Priority items get extra attention. Steady hands and one confirmed read to guarantee urgent routing. Minor address discrepancies are corrected in the moment to avoid delays further down the line. Tools are kept in reach: tape, gloves, labels, small props that keep the operation running without pause. A glance toward the gate cues readiness. Incoming pallets mean one more cycle to manage. The on-screen log gives an immediate sense of pace, a growing tally that measures the night's throughput. Finishing the batch, the sorter clears the last items and transfers them for staging and eventual pickup. A stocked rack shows the night's progress. Boxes organized and ready for the next touch point. Cross-checks smooth out small mismatches. Pen marks align paper with the system's digital record. The coordinator flags priority lanes and suggests slight pacing changes so scanning stays balanced across stations. The scanner's pulse is the hub's heartbeat, a constant signal that parcels are being accounted for. Clearing space is a small, forward-thinking move, anticipating the surge that defines the next phase. Late scan, the busiest stretch of the night where speed and precision must coexist. The late block begins. Hands move faster but stay controlled, aiming for first pass accuracy. On-screen confirmations pile up. A visual reassurance that entries are being captured without interruption. When labels fail, quick reprints restore readability, a fix and confirm routine that keeps the line moving. Address checks catch small errors now so they don't become larger problems at dispatch. 3 a.m. The night deepens while the scan cadence holds steady. The coordinator updates the load report and communicates small course corrections to keep throughput aligned with the manifest. Priority items demand deliberate handling. A careful hold and a confirmed read to guarantee timely pickup. Smooth transfers maintain the momentum. Parcels move in short. Organized bursts from belt to cart. Paper logs get adjusted when the system misses a read. Accuracy here prevents headaches at reconciliation. A steady beat of beeps keeps pace with the hands, just a combined rhythm of human and machine efficiency. This station is the night's engine room. Coordinated stations translating packages into recorded entries. A quick physical count matches digital records, and a moment of verification that keeps totals honest. A look to the gate queue's readiness. Hands back to work as the next wave lines up outside. For urgent parcels, small adjustments. An angle here, a pause there. Ensure the scanner reads it without fail. The laser traces each code precisely into the mechanical eye that turns a package into a data point. The coordinator compares counts to the manifest and flags any anomalies, keeping the system balanced and predictable. The last scan of the run finishes the set. Parcels moved into staging for the next step in the delivery chain. Report and reconcile. The night's activity becomes paperwork, recorded, verified, and prepared for handover. Each timestamp is recorded with care. An audit trail that reflects the night's measured progress. Lining paper to screen, the team ensures every listed parcel corresponds to an actual item on the floor. The stamp marks a checkpoint, a printed seal that formalizes the night's paperwork. Digitizing the log secures the records. A final pass that preserves the night's data for others to use. A quick rack verification confirms locations. Physical checks that back up the paperwork. Reconciliation is quiet and methodical. The paperwork mirror of the earlier physical work on the floor. Counting and correcting keeps totals honest. A final validation before everything is signed off. Signing the log certifies the work done. A small ritual that seals responsibility for the night's batch. At 4:30 a.m., the night begins its slow handover. Paperwork and personnel aligning for the next phase. Reports are assembled and organized. Everything prepared for the incoming team to pick up where the night left off. A final pass through documentation catches any omissions before the physical handover begins. With the intake gate secured, the flow of new parcels stops. The night's window has closed. Clearing and powering down the belt is part of the cooldown. A safety and readiness step for the next shift. The coordinator briefs the incoming team on key issues and priorities captured in the reports. Handover packets change hands. Documentation transferring the night's knowledge to the next team. A last reconciliation ensures all 75 parcels listed are accurately logged before the formal handover begins. Completed reports sit ready. The physical evidence of a night's work, filed and prepared. Dawn handover. Rituals and briefings that pass responsibilities smoothly from night to day. A quick line walk confirms all 12 carts are staged and accounted for, ready for the morning cadence to begin. A labeled cart waits in silence. One small piece in the continuous chain of parcel movement. Clearing the final parcels and stopping the belt prevents carryover and readies the system for the day shift. Fresh slot labels help the morning team see available positions immediately. A small step that speeds their start. The hub quiets into a disciplined stillness. Organized, ready, and waiting for the incoming crew. The coordinator highlights critical notes from the night scan log so the morning team can prioritize accordingly. Transferring the folder completes the formal handover. Responsibility and information now in the morning team's care. At 5:30 a.m., the night shift draws to a close as the hub transitions to daylight operations. Securing the intake gate marks the end of new arrivals. The night's perimeter is closed until the next scheduled opening. A final scan writes the night's last entry into the log, formally closing the batch in the system. Resetting the lights shifts the atmosphere, from night mode practicality toward daytime visibility and efficiency. The remaining parcels sit in order, ready for the day team to continue the delivery sequence without interruption. Dimming the monitor conserves power and signals the workstation's transition out of active duty. A handshake seals the handover. Control passes to the morning crew and the night team withdraws. Now quiet and ordered, the hub reflects the night's careful work. Prepared for the day's pace. A final walkthrough by the morning team confirms everything is in place and ready for the day's deliveries. One last review of the handover report. A quiet confirmation that the night's routine completed as planned.